Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another JacobsClash episode. Today, we are on our strategic rush account, and today is an exciting day because it is the first of the month. And why is that important? Well, if you've been following along with us, in this series at least, we are trying to get from Town Hall 1 to Town Hall 16 as fast as possible. And in the very first episode, we gave ourselves a $10 allotment that we could spend once per month, right? So we spent our entire January allotment, and for me, it is February 1, so we can spend $10 more on this account overall to see how fast we can get this account to Town Hall 16 overall. And of course, right away, guys, 7 of these dollars has to go into the Gold Pass, and there really isn't denying the value that you do obtain from it. We can just go to this reward list, for example, and just look at this. Just the boost, just in general, of the 20% builder boost and the training time and all that. That alone by itself is already worth the money. But on top of that, we're going to receive every single book, every single rune. We're going to receive all these potions as well. It's kind of insane that I have to scroll when I'm looking at all these rewards. So without further ado, I am going to buy this gold pass, and I will be right back. There we go, guys. Our first gold pass ever on this strategic rush account. Of course, it is only, I guess, 31 days young. And as you can see, we are a Town Hall 12 going up to that 5th star level. But again, this gold pass is going to help us incredibly. Right away, let's just go claim our Dragon Champion. And that is our first skin ever on this account, which is pretty sick. These other challenges, we will just pretty much do passively. Of course, we are in CWL for the first time as a clan, and I will show you what that looks like. And then also, these mortars, all these will just happen passively, and it's going to be pretty sweet. The books are going to be the biggest thing for me, I believe. Just being able to speed up our process on some of these really long upgrades. And of course, if we're trying to get to Town Hall 16 as fast as possible, using a book on a 14-day upgrade, that's going to be huge for us. Going into CWL, as I just talked about, this is JC Rushers, our clan's first ever attempt at it. It's going to be pretty sweet. Or I believe it's the first attempt. It's at least the first attempt with this account right here. As you can see, we are an all-rushed clan. And yeah, we are pretty much, it's going to be difficult. We're going to have to win purely based on activity. We have 30 members in clan who are completely rushed. I fall in number 27. Eventually, give us another month or two. I think we're all going to be Town Hall 15, Town Hall 16. And then we're really going to cause some problems for some enemy clans. But to start us off, they did throw us in Gold League 2. And if you didn't realize, this is a smaller season. Of course, CWL is normally 7 days. This war is only 5 days overall, just because there are some exciting events coming around the corner with the Lunar New Year. Do those even show up here yet? No, but I believe it will start here, I believe on the 8th. I think Clash of Clans Twitter posted that out, or X, or whatever they're calling it these days. But I'm really excited for that, and that's the main reason why I believe CWL is shorter. But of course, look, we have an incredible amount of loot. Like a ridiculous amount of loot, and mainly that is just because, well, we finished our season. We didn't have the gold pass per se last season, but we were able to store up 5 million of each in these banks. And the problem is we have 0 builders available, but I'm not too worried about that because we will just go right over here, and I am going to gem this elixir storage, which a lot of you guys are like, oh my gosh, you're wasting 300 gems. I'm wasting 300 gems for the video, but it comes with good reason of why I wanted to do this upgrade. This was actually before I even realized that we got all the bonus loot, but I'm going to gem this up right here. Gold store or elixir storage complete. We can now hold 5.7 million. It's actually not as much as I thought, and this actually works out perfect that we do, in fact, have the extra elixir overcharge based on the end of the season, because based on your guys' poll, which I will bring up, let me bring it up real quick. All right, here's the poll that I was talking about here. I asked the question on my community page, what is the best use for my book of building on my rush to max account? We talked about this in the previous episode. 869 of you have voted, so thank you so much for that. I am going to try to do more of these community polls overall. I've done a couple the last couple days. Fun way just to interact with the community, have a little healthy debate in the comments. But I will be doing what you guys have recommended. Many of you in the comments, I read them, they said basically the barracks, right? Because the barracks is super annoying. When you're upgrading it, the training times are a lot longer. And if you upgrade your town hall right away, while we are trying to max it as fast as possible, we do at the end of the day want to have some time to upgrade these army camps, upgrade the clan castle, everything like that. So 41%, very, very close. Actually, all of it was pretty close overall. But it was the barracks to unlock the Electro Dragon. So without further ado, let's go to our barracks right here. 7 days and 12 hours is not going to be a problem for us because right now we have finished it and unlocked the Electro Dragons, which is very, very sweet. And now that allows us, of course, to go back into our clan games rewards. And as you can see, we are going to claim the Book of Building right there. And nice. Now we don't have to really worry about stockpiling it. We can save it up and figure out what we want to do again with it until we reach, it's going to be very late in this season. Probably, yeah, 2,600. So we have another week or so to decide what we want to do with it. I wouldn't be that opposed to just doing the clan castle just because it does give us another spell space. And now that we have 5.5 million availability, we could do the clan castle pretty much at any time, which is pretty great. But of course, we have one builder left available. What do I want to upgrade with it? Of course, I could go over here, upgrade the Eagle Artillery, but at the same time, I haven't upgraded any of my my defensive buildings yet at all. I've pretty much primarily been focusing on all of my collectors, and those aren't collectors, those are storages, Jacob. I've been focusing on my storages overall. As you can see, I upgraded my dark storage as well, so I can hold 2 super troops. But most importantly, I have been upgrading these army camps. As you can see, I now house 220, which isn't maxed yet, but it is getting a lot better. And as you can see, we are upgrading 3 of those army camps right now, and I'm pretty much doing that non-stop. But in the meantime, until that point, I think the best thing that I can do is, well, I have this elixir rune right here, and we are going to get more runes eventually in these reward tracks. We really need to continue upgrading these storages overall. And while I could upgrade this one and just get 1 million capacity right away, that's great. I'm going to start upgrading these baby storages and just get on every so minutes and upgrade it. Oh, that costs 2 gems, 7 gems. I'm going to work. Give me a little bit longer of a time here. This is silly. 2 hours. That's perfect. We'll leave it at that. But I'll just keep going on here, and hopefully by the next episode, I'll have all 4 of these at level 11, and then we will finally be in business overall. But let's go into a raid real quick, and importantly, at the top right corner here, we've run into a dilemma, right? So our boost is still going overall for another 4 days, the star bonus boost and whatnot. But the hero potion boost does in fact wear out. As you can see, we only have level 1 heroes, which is not ideal for war. So what basically we're going to have to do come CWL is go into our magic items and just pop hero potions, power potions, pretty much the entire time. Not power potions, I guess just hero potions. But I only have 1 available. Luckily, we have our raid medal shop over here, where I haven't spent any, so there we go. I just bought the 3 in the shop, so 4 of the 5 days, we now have a hero potion we can use overall for war, which is pretty sweet. But let's go in here, try to get our bonus, and without heroes, what have I been doing? Well, as you can see, I am using sneaky goblins. It doesn't really matter what level your heroes are. I've been upgrading my warden ability, of course, just because we're trying to max that eternal tome as fast as possible. So even with a level 1 warden, he kind of does everything that I want him to do. I'm just searching for a base. Like, I can go back and I could show you guys, but I've been getting around like 1 million loot per raids if I am just patient enough overall. And I don't even have to use my entire army. Farming those sneaky goblins is the move overall. Can I find a base? Please, Clash of Clans. I'm asking nicely. 400k. Alright, I have finally found a base, and like I said, I've been finding around 1,000,000 of each, and it's just as simple as just spamming all your sneaky goblins down strategically. Just like this strategic rush, we're placing one per building right here, and then we can also use our jump spells to our best abilities to get into the base and get as much loot as possible. Of course, I am going to come probably after CWL when I'm doing more raids overall. I'm going to start using super wall breakers as well, because then, well, I don't have to use a jump and it makes it just a little bit easier overall. But we can do one more jump right here, and eventually we will jump into the town hall compartment, and I'll kind of show you, even though my warden is level 1, it doesn't really matter, and he will still get us to the town hall and get us that 1 star. That way we're not losing trophies. We can get our star bonus. So I'm going to place one more jump right there. We're going to go warden right here, and I am going to send in all the sneakies right there. Pop the warden ability, and as we can see, by the time they get there, they're under basically invulnerability. We snag the town hall. They're even going to get the clan castle in there. I thought they were. They aren't. But overall, that looks like there's a little bit more loot. We can get a little bit more. But that's pretty much what I do every single raid. And we just get massive loot overall. We'll end it right once this gold storage goes down. There we go. Overall, as we can see, 1,000,000 gold, 700,000 elixir, and we didn't even spend our entire army overall. But if you guys have enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed this series and are excited for more, help me out by liking the video. Make sure to subscribe if you do enjoy. And as always, I have been Jacob. Have a great day. Goodbye.